It's 3 minutes, Mr. Martinez.
All right. You talk about
Mr. Mayor,
disturbances.
I'm sorry.
Interruption.
We'll start your time over.
it is 5 minutes on council items.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes for public.
Well, I
comment.
thought because it was an 1 and a 2, it was 3
Yeah,
minutes.
the 1 and the 2 don't matter, the item is the adoption of those rules. But it's because it's a council business item, it's 5 minutes.
So you have 5 minutes.
When you're ready, council.
Go ahead.
Okay, 5 minutes. For 2 items. You guys love the way you guys change the rules. Disorderly conduct. You guys talk about disrupting, your city meeting. I YouTube you guys. There's no disruption. You're creating an issue. See the news? See the other applications for civil rights, freedom of speech? You created the situation. There was no disruption. I came up, I spoke just like I always do, and I left. You didn't like it. Boo-hoo, too bad. Now, I'm real big on visual presentation, so I'm going to do a presentation for you now because I can't wear my mask. But it's not because of this. It's not because it's regulation. No, I love the way you guys present it. I go in on February 5th to review public records, and you have 2 sheriff's deputies waiting for me. Peter, Thorson, they said they were there on your account. You're going to have to account for that. You better have been legal in it. So, 2 deputies waiting for me, watching me while I'm reviewing public records, trying to exercise my God-given rights, and you're impeding upon my process. They take me outside and they start telling me about how I'm perceived as a criminal. Start asking me if I'm going to follow you home. Start asking me if I'm going to hurt you. They tell me that I'm being investigated by the sheriff's department. They won't tell me why. So I tell them, all right, I'm going to protest you. I call up the chief, the captain, I call the lieutenants, I call whoever I can, tell them, you're going to be protested because I perceive this to be harassment. So 2 lieutenants come down to my house, Kirkaba and Ken. Didn't, I believe it is. And they say, hey, yeah, you can't wear a mask at the meeting, but also confirmed by Corporal Martinez at City Hall, February 5th. So they come down to my house and they say, hey, you can't wear masks. And just so you know, this care of one of your lieutenants, just so you know, this regulation was written just for you. Already documented, already emailed, already sent in, public records requests have been made, conversation was recorded by Corporal Martinez. So you guys made this just for me. That's what your law enforcement is saying. Just for me. Thank you. I have never been so offended in all my life. You take away my mask, I can't even wear it backwards. I was going to come in here today and wear it backwards, compliant with your regulation. And I've been told no, that I can't, because people might be intimidated or scared. You created this situation. I walked out of here the last time I was here. There's no fear. There's no disruption. All these things that you cite, saying that the use of masks, excuse me, masks are used in criminal enterprise. What? Members of the public should be reluctant to exercise their rights of freedom of expression. What about my rights of freedom of expression? What about if I don't want my face being seen? What about if I'm embarrassed? I can't wear a mask to make myself feel more comfortable? You don't feel comfortable when I'm addressing you with the mask in a situation you created, a situation that you personally came to my house, Bern and Frank, and instigated with me? And I can't feel comfortable here? You don't accept me for who I am? You make regulations, you have law enforcement come down and follow me around? You guys are in deep trouble, and I would swear that I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to. You have these people following me around? Are you crazy? Who do you think you are? You guys talk about, you say here, conduct that disturbs, disrupts, and otherwise impedes an orderly conduct of civil meetings may interfere with the rights of public to speak to the council and observe functions of their government. You're doing that. Here, look. What do I look like right now? Just a guy in a suit, right? No problem. Look at this. Okay? Now I look like something else, right? Focus. Hold on. Hold on. Now what do I look like? What do I look like now? Because I wear a mask, I'm perceived as a criminal? Father first. You guys create this. You create the disrupts. And when I'm done throwing my stuff around, I'll pick it up and leave in an orderly fashion, compliance with the law. You create this anarchy. You create this situation. What about people with physical paralysis? What about people with illnesses? What about people with religious rights? My wife is Pakistani. She can't come in here in her garbs because you guys think that criminals wear masks. You create this anarchy, and now you're repeating upon my civil rights to wear a mask, freedom of expression, freedom of speech, and you bring your law officers down. You put pressure on me.
We just asked you to wrap it up, please.
I'll wrap it up again. Thank you for a moment more to speak. Account. Why do you have two deputies viewing me while I'm trying to do public records? Why do you have lieutenants coming to my house and telling me that this regulation has been written for me?
Okay, Mr. Martinez, your time's up. Thank you. Ms. Waltz, would you like to speak?